They might prove to be fun, just like I thought. Let's see what the
Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
You can find a power key there.
Great. You know what to do with that key. Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick. Great. You know what to do with that key. That's a new power key. Place it now.
You found all the keys really fast. For 5 Dragon Balls.
Flying Nimbus! What's the big idea?
Come on, where am I going, bro?
Thought I was a goner there.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
I swear there was someone over there.
Here goes. This is bad. Somebody's down.
Flying Nimbus!
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Sneak by.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Let's take a switch.
Flying Nimbus!
I don't save those guys yet.
Oh man.
Welcome. Thank you. Close. Welcome.
They might prove to be fun, just like I thought.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Don't wanna go that way. We only have one level 3.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
I'll
Oh,
send
man.
some supplies to help. Make good use of them. Go now. Sniff out those.
Here comes the pain.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Scum.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Holy hell. Oh man.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
We have one person with the dragon chain.
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it? The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
They might prove to be fun. Stay calm. Just like
Stay calm. My dragon chain,
The
bro.
startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's indicated by a blue light.
Flying Nimbus!
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
Welcome.
Well, they didn't leave me, but didn't fight.
He hadn't returned home yet as he said he would. As a
This
young
is
Gohan
the
sits at
Cell
his desk
Saga manga.
pondering his father's return,
I'm gonna watch.
suddenly he feels something strange and gets a phone call from Krillin. They both sensed an incredible energy rapidly approaching and suspect it to be Frieza. King Kai and Piccolo sensed it as well, along with Vegeta, infuriated that Goku apparently spared Frieza's life. Tien and Chaozu, situated somewhere off in the mountains, pick up an incredible power as well, along with another one approaching with it. As predicted, we cut to a spaceship resembling Frieza's and witness witness the tyrant on board, endowed with robotic enhancements and telling his father that they're due to arrive on Earth before Goku. Frieza's father, a large individual resembling Frieza's second form, suggests obliterating the planet with a single attack. However, Frieza disagrees as he wants to face Goku once more and prove himself to be the strongest in the universe. As Frieza states he detected Goku approaching Earth same as him, Gohan quickly gears up and flies out of his house, leaving Chi-Chi curious as to where he's going. As Gohan soars through the sky, bewildered by the unfolding events, he eventually catches up with Krillin. Anxious to comprehend the situation, Gohan questions if Krillin also sensed the presence of another formidable ki similar to that of Frieza's, and Krillin confirms, then stating how nobody could overlook such an overwhelming power. Meanwhile in space, Frieza's ship prepares to land on Earth. Vegeta, accompanied by Yamcha, stands in a desolate desert, pointing out Frieza and his father will land near them soon. They then notice a small jet copter heading their way as Bulma and Puar arrive on the scene. Curious about the notorious tyrant Frieza, Bulma, who had missed encountering him during their time on planet Namek, expresses her desire to meet him despite the danger. Tien and Chaozu then arrive at the scene, Tien still upset with Vegeta for being responsible for his death when he invaded Earth. Yamcha intervenes though, aiming to limit the confrontation. Tien questions the powerful energy approaching Earth, and Vegeta urges the group to suppress their battle power to avoid detection from Frieza's army. He also points out that Piccolo is already doing so, and everyone notices him nearby. Gohan and Krillin show up not long after, and Piccolo alerts everyone that their enemies have finally arrived. Frieza's spaceship lands at a distance, and Vegeta tells everyone not to fly to evade detection from Frieza's scouters. Tien and Yamcha fall silent, Yamcha apprehensive due to the overwhelming strength of Frieza and his father, and Tien experiencing firsthand the sheer power of them both. Yamcha believes there's nothing they can do against such powerful foes, but Piccolo questions if fighting is better than standing idle and waiting to die. Vegeta then points out that the situation not only remains hopeless for them, but this will likely be the end of the Earth. Over in the distance, tensions rise as Frieza, accompanied by his father and their henchmen, step out of the spaceship. King Cold informs Frieza that they have 3 hours until the Super Saiyan Goku returns, and questions if they should wait. Frieza, of course, confident in his abilities, insists on waiting and eliminating the Earthlings before Goku arrives. King Cold goes along with his son's plan, but states no matter what, the Super Saiyan must be eliminated to solidify their ranks as the strongest in the cosmos. Frieza then directs his subordinates to kill as many Earthlings as they can, while he himself prepares for the confrontation with Goku. Yamcha, infuriated by the prospect of facing death again so soon, is overwhelmed by emotion as the battle for Earth's fate is about to commence. Frieza questions the intentions of the unexpected warrior, a teenage boy sporting a jean jacket adorned with a capsule core patch and a sword secured on his back. The boy fearlessly stands up to the tyrants and declares that he's come to take them down. While Frieza assumes the boy doesn't realize the gravity of the situation, he knows exactly who Frieza is. Surprised, Frieza expresses his honor at being known even on a remote planet in the galaxy. However, the tyrant is determined to maintain the perception that he's the strongest in the universe, and commands one of its henchmen to dispose of the boy while the rest deal with the Earthlings. The henchman confidently draws his weapon and dismisses the boy, considering him nothing but scum with only a battle power of 5. However, to everyone's surprise, the boy effortlessly swats away the henchman's blast and swiftly takes him down with an elbow strike. The other henchmen rush forward, but the boy grabs his sword and in it
Make me immortal!
Gotta try to get W.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks!
Flying Nimbus!
I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Raider's coming right here.
Thank you so much.
There's one more Mechian up there.
Are you here to save me?
Flying Nimbus!
anyone out there?
Save him quick.
Thanks.
We didn't find no keys yet.
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you.
Flying Nimbus!
I just have to fight.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
We have one player still level 0. It's not good.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Hopefully he doesn't see me here.
Oh my, it's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Flying Nimbus! This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Arky really.
I see. I see what's going on here. I see. I see what's going on.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. That's a new power key. Place it now.
People can't find this A key.
Looks like I still have some trash to dispose of.
You're done!
Guess he didn't bother to chase me. I can't find this A key. We still have a full squad.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Be it right there. Anxiety attacks.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think
Flying
before
Nimbus!
rushing in.
Oh man, what's the big idea?
The startup system for the super time machine is
I wasn't gonna make it anyways.
Didn't you do it?
I owe
Just
you
made
one.
it.
Shut your mouth, cretin! Ally down! If you
Flying
intend to
Nimbus!
rescue them, watch out for enemies. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. You must die by my hand! An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I wasn't much.
You must die by my hand! Shut your mouth, cretin!
Golden.
This is bad. Somebody's down.
Stay calm.
Exercising
Stay
supreme
calm.
caution if they're going to help them. You must die by my hand!
Oh man.
Fuck it.
Here comes the pain! Let's go!
Got smoke.
Stay calm.
I will not tolerate death.
Flying Nimbus!
You must die by my hand!
It was just us two left. We weren't gonna win. GG's.
An instant slices them all down. Meanwhile, Vegeta, Krillin, and the
took
others
too long
sense a
to find that
significant
AP.
shift in energy, prompting Bulma to inquire about it. Krillin observes that a massive key has suddenly emerged, while numerous other key have vanished beyond the mountains. Back at the battlefield, King Cold acknowledges the boy's power, and Frieza, somewhat begrudgingly, concedes that the Earthling performed admirably. The boy then asserts that it's their turn to be killed, stating that it'll only take a few seconds. He then tells Frieza he'd better fight him with everything he has, as he's no pushover like Goku. At
What's
the
your
mention
username?
of the Super Saiyan's name, Frieza assumes the boy is on Goku's side. However, the boy clarifies he's never met Goku, but knows of him. He then
you wanna
drops
play, I
a
can give you the room
bombshell, telling Frieza he's miscalculated and revealing that he too is a Super Saiyan. Frieza and his father are shocked as the boy starts powering up, his hair transforming into a golden spiky mane similar to Goku's. Gohan in the distance recognizes the familiar ki and deduces that it must be his father, and we cut back to Frieza, who launches a massive blast, creating an explosive mushroom cloud as he and his father believe the warrior's been eliminated. The boy, however, evaded the attack and counters with his own, shooting a blast from above and slicing Frieza in half with his sword as the tyrant attempted to dodge. Frieza is split down the middle, and the commotion catches the attention of Gohan and the rest of the group. The boy swiftly wields his sword, slicing Frieza into pieces, and with a final blast, the tyrant is utterly obliterated, leaving everyone astounded. Bulma acknowledges the keen perception of the group, but also notices how strong Goku has become. Yamcha, however, speculates that the kid is definitely a Super Saiyan, but isn't Goku at all. As Vegeta suddenly takes off in the kid's direction, the others follow, except for Yamcha, Bulma, and Puar. Meanwhile, the kid lands on the ground along with King Cold. The tyrant praises the kid's victory over his own son and extends an offer for the two of them to rule the universe together. However, the boy declines, showing no interest. Cold then becomes curious about the boy's sword, asking to see it. Hesitant at first, Cold assumes he's afraid to hand it over, but the boy eventually tosses the sword to him. Cold examines the well-crafted weapon, believing it was the key to the boy's triumph against Frieza. He assumes he won't stand a chance without it and tries to strike him down, but the boy effortlessly catches the attack. To everyone's surprise,
anyone wants to
the
play,
boy
just
then
ask,
blasts a
and I'll
hole
give you the
through
room
King
key.
Cold's chest, and as the others arrive at the scene, the kid finishes Cold by blasting his body along with his spaceship, creating a massive explosion and eliminating the threat. He puts his sword away and returns to his regular form, inviting the others to join him in meeting Son Goku. Gohan wonders how the boy knows his father, and he invites them once more to come along, explaining that it's not far. Vegeta, meanwhile, is furious and questions the kid's identity, thinking that there are no Saiyans left besides himself, Goku, and Gohan. The kid takes off into the air, and Gohan decides to go with him. Krillin is suspicious, but Tien decides to join as well, figuring since the boy defeated Frieza and knows about Son Goku, he can't be a bad person. Yamcha and Bulma are curious about how he knows about Goku's arrival as well, and Vegeta, wanting to find out more about the boy, decides to go too. The boy looks at his watch and confirms the spot he's looking for, landing on the ground. Soon after, everyone else lands as well. The kid takes out a case of capsules and opens one, revealing a refrigerator. He mentions that Son Goku will arrive in about 3 hours and offers them drinks, to which Bulma, Gohan, and Krillin gladly accept. Bulma questions the boy if they've met before, but he denies it. Gohan questions his knowledge of his father, but the boy claims he's only heard of him, but never met him. Krillin wonders how the boy knows about Goku's arrival time, but he simply apologizes, saying he can't reveal the reason. Vegeta demands answers about the boy's identity and power, but he remains silent. Gohan suggests that the boy may have been a Super Saiyan before, which Vegeta dismisses, asserting that only he, Kakarot, and the half-Saiyan Gohan are Saiyans. Despite Vegeta's doubts though, Gohan remains certain that the boy was indeed a Super Saiyan.
They're not
Vegeta
in
points
case.
out that all Saiyans have
Hopefully
black
they
hair,
see.
questioning the boy's claim. Bulma then notices the capsule core mark on the boy's jacket and questions if he's an employee, but he evades the question. She also questions his name and age, to which he replies that he can't disclose his name, but reveals he's 17 years old. Tien finds it peculiar that the boy won't share his name, and Yamcha suspects he's hiding something. Bulma then suggests that they stop interrogating the boy since he saved them in the Earth, and everyone continues to wait for Goku's arrival. As they wait, Gohan questions Piccolo on why he didn't leave with the other Namekians after the battle on Namek, to which he simply replies that it would have been boring and that he's training fiercely every day. Bulma quietly tells Krillin that Vegeta is never around during the day either, likely engaging in special training somewhere. Krillin believes Vegeta still wants to defeat Goku due to his pride, and Bulma then notices that the mysterious kid somewhat resembles Vegeta, though their personalities are completely different. When the boy glances at Vegeta, the Saiyan expresses his disapproval of him, stating that if he's actually a Saiyan, he shouldn't be an unusual sight. After some time, the boy checks his watch, indicating that it's about time for Goku to show up. Gohan confirms it as he senses his father's key, and shortly after, a space pod crashes nearby. Everyone rushes to the crash site, where Goku emerges in an unusual outfit, and his friends and family are happy to see him. He wonders how they knew he was coming, and they excitedly inform him that the mysterious boy told them about his arrival, leading Goku to ask about the kid's identity. Goku acknowledges that he doesn't know the newcomer, but Bulma asserts that the stranger knew precisely when and where to find him. This puzzles Goku, who mentions how Frieza spotted his spaceship and anticipated his arrival on Earth, but isn't sure how this stranger could know. Curious about Frieza's defeat, Goku wonders whether it was the work of Piccolo Piccolo or perhaps Vegeta. To his surprise, Piccolo reveals that it was the boy who defeated Frieza, and he's even capable of becoming a Super Saiyan. Goku is amazed by the kid's power at such a young age, and admits that he didn't even know there were other Saiyans out there. However, Vegeta denies the existence of other Saiyans, but Goku says it doesn't matter. The boy then tells Goku he wants to speak with him alone, and they walk a distance away from everyone else. Goku expresses gratitude to the boy for defeating Frieza, and admits he was too soft on him during their battle on planet Namek. The boy explains that Goku was originally supposed to defeat Frieza, but was prevented by a time discrepancy, leading him to intervene. Goku believes he would have beaten Frieza if not for the boy's intervention, but he disagrees, explaining that he was about 3 hours away at the time and couldn't have made it. However, Goku reveals that he might have been able to with his new technique, instant transmission, learned from the inhabitants of a planet called Yardrat, which surprises the boy as he realizes he unnecessarily altered history and met everyone in the process. Curious, the boy questions if Goku can transform into a Super Saiyan at will, to which Goku responds that he can. The kid questions if Goku could demonstrate it, and Goku does so, transforming into a Super Saiyan. The others watch in awe as Gohan announces Goku's transformation, and Vegeta sits back furious, but noting it's no surprise he beat Frieza. In response, the boy also transforms into a Super Saiyan, confirming the similarities between them. The boy then apologizes and rushes Goku with his sword, but the Saiyan remains unfazed, trusting that the kid doesn't intend to kill him. The boy smiles and insists on attacking again, this time with Goku transferring his energy to his finger. The boy charges once more at Goku with lightspeed sword slashes blocked by the Saiyan's finger, and eventually ceases the assault, acknowledging Goku's skill and sheathing his sword. The boy then reveals his true identity as Trunks, a time traveler from about 20 years in the future. He then reveals that his Saiyan blood is directly linked to Vegeta, as he's his son. Goku is taken aback by the revelation of Trunks' lineage, prompting him to yell as he's surprised Vegeta would ever have a kid. Although Goku states that he can't see Vegeta as a father, he admits that future Trunks does indeed resemble Vegeta. Trunks tells Goku that he'll be born in 2.5 years, but that he's come to discuss more serious business. He informs Goku that in 3 years, on May 12th, a pair of powerful monsters will appear on an island near South City. Goku, considering his most recent battles, questions if they're aliens. However, Trunks says that the duo are really androids created on Earth by Dr. Gero, the chief scientist for the Red Ribbon Army, the organization Goku defeated as a child. Goku, shocked to learn that they've resurfaced, wonders if they're attempting world conquest again, and Trunks suspects as much. He then says that the two androids called Mechanical Men numbers 19 and 20 killed Dr. Gero, so all that remain are the androids who enjoy slaughter and destruction. Goku is surprised that someone who defeated Frieza so easily could be frightened, realizing that these androids are stronger than the tyrant himself. He questions if Trunks has any other allies, but Trunks informs Goku that he's the only Z-fighter left on Earth in his time. As the dire situation unfolds, shifting the focus to the distant future, we witness a young Trunks as a Super Saiyan, honing his skills in combat alongside a battle-hardened one-armed Gohan. Encouraged by Gohan's praise, they pause their sparring session and settle on a cliff overlooking the city. Gohan expresses that Trunks may surpass him in a few months, leading to a discussion about the irretrievable loss of Gohan's arm due to the depletion of sensu beans. Gohan imparts the wisdom that what's lost cannot be regained, and Trunks mentions his mother's remark about his resemblance to his father Goku when he dons the orange gi, which surprises her every time. Gohan explains that he wears the outfit in hopes of one day becoming as strong as his father was, though it's not as easy as it seems. Suddenly, an explosion rips through the nearby city, a result of the android's havoc. Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan and instructs Trunks to remain while he confronts the threat. Eager to prove his strength, Trunks insists on joining, but Gohan distracts him momentarily and swiftly incapacitates him to protect Earth's last potential defender against the androids. Much later, Trunks regains consciousness and searches for Gohan, only to discover him lying lifeless in a pool of his own blood after his battle with the androids. Amidst his overwhelming grief, Trunks finds the strength to convey to Goku that all the other Z-fighters will be killed shortly after the androids appear. He also tells him that when Piccolo dies, the Dragon Balls will disappear forever and nobody can be revived again. Goku wonders what will happen to him, and future Trunks tells him that he never got killed by the androids, but not long from now, he'll grow ill from a disease that attacks the heart and he'll die before the androids appear. Goku's disappointed that he won't get the chance to fight the androids, which shocks Trunks as he thought he'd be nervous at the prospect of dying. He then tells Goku that he's a true Super Saiyan just like his mother told him, and gives him heart medicine, telling him that there's a cure for the illness 20 years into the future. Goku is overjoyed, and Trunks tells him that he has faith in him to fix things, and that his mother worked worked on the time machine so that Goku could help. Goku, upon hearing that Future Trunks' mother knows him and made the time machine, quickly deduces that it must be Bulma. The Saiyan is stunned, figuring Bulma would end up with Yamcha, but Future Trunks explains that Yamcha was unfaithful to Bulma, which led to their breakup, and Bulma shortly after fell in love with Vegeta. He also says that his parents were never married, and this was the first time he's gotten to see his father as he was too young to remember him in his time. Trunks then makes Goku promise not to reveal his parentage as it could jeopardize his existence, and the Saiyan agrees. Trunks then decides to return to the future to reassure his mother of his safety, and Goku thanks him for pretty much saving his life. Goku wonders if they'll meet again, and Trunks says he's unsure as it takes a while to build up power in the time machine. However, he'll return to fight with everyone if he's still alive in 3 years their time. Goku promises to train hard, and Future Trunks flies off, much to the surprise of the remaining Z fighters. Goku's unsure how to deliver the news to everyone, but is relieved of having to do so due to Piccolo's exceptional hearing. And so, Piccolo tells the group of everything except for Future Trunks' parentage. Yamcha and Bulma seem skeptical of the story, but Piccolo says he'll train to prepare, as he doesn't want to die. Just then, Future Trunks' time machine rises into the air and disappears, convincing Krillin, Tien, and Vegeta of the story's credibility, and they decide to train for the battle as well. With the Z fighters having made up their minds, Vegeta questions Goku on how he escaped from Namek. Yamcha recalls King Kai stating that Goku wasn't going to make it as Frieza's spaceship was destroyed, but Goku says he found 5 space pods nearby, which Vegeta realized belonged to the Ginyu Force. Goku says that the pod took him to Yardrat, which Vegeta states the Ginyu Force were set to conquer next. Goku tells the group that the people of Yardrat were really friendly, and they gave him an outfit identical to the ones they wear, since he got them torn up from his battle with Frieza. Vegeta then says that the people of Yardrat have strange techniques, and that there's no way Goku would have left without learning one, prompting the Saiyan to state that he's learned a new technique called instant transmission, much to everyone's surprise. Goku explains the concept of the technique and proves his mastery of it by teleporting to Kame House and returning with Master Roshi's glasses. Although Vegeta initially believes the technique to be nothing more than super speed, Yamcha confirms that Goku actually traveled over 10,000 miles in an instant, amazing the rest of the group but infuriating Vegeta. Tien questions where and when they should reconvene in 3 years, and Piccolo informs the group but states that they should meet an hour early. The Namekian then says that anyone who doesn't think they stand a chance should stay home, but Vegeta puts Piccolo in that category, which prompts the Namekian to challenge him to a fight, although Goku defuses the confrontation. Bulma then suggests everyone attack Dr. Gero right away. She states they can ask Shenron for his location and do away with him, thus preemptively ending the coming threat in 3 years. Krillin likes the idea, but Vegeta threatens to kill anyone that does so. Bulma leans on Goku to support her idea, but Goku says he wants to fight as well, and so does Tien. Even Krillin agrees, stating that a common enemy will keep Vegeta from trying to kill them all again. Bulma still remains skeptical, but the group decide to begin their training. Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan decide to train together, as do Tien and Chaozu, while Krillin and Yamcha opt to train with Master Roshi. Vegeta claims that he'll beat Goku sooner or later before flying off, and Goku mistakenly tells Bulma to take care of her baby, which Yamcha interprets as Goku hinting that the two of them should get married and start a family. Later at Capsule Corps, Vegeta tells Dr. Brief to build him a 300 times gravity training room. Goku, meanwhile, tries to convince Chi-Chi to let Gohan train instead of study. Vegeta inside his training room vows to surpass even the Super Saiyan level, and as 3 years pass and May 12th arrives, Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo fly off to meet the androids that Future Trunks claimed would appear. As they soar through the sky, Goku advises Gohan to conserve his energy for the upcoming battle.
Yo, what's
Piccolo
up, Mac?
questions Goku
It's all
about their
good, homie.
chances of winning, to which Goku admits uncertainty
already
until
over
they
it,
confront
so
the enemy
it's all good.
themselves. Piccolo finds Goku carefree and expresses his unease about the situation, and Goku reminds Piccolo not to overexert himself, as his death would mean the loss of the Dragon Balls. The group then catch up to Krillin, who comments on Gohan's growth, but when questioned about his mood, states he's not happy about running into battle with a gang of androids. Eventually, the group of 4 reach a massive island with a city full of people, and Gohan suggests leading the androids away to fight elsewhere.
Begin. Yeah, we're watching Cell Saga, Android Saga. Piccolo, what's up?
Can you hear me? Flying Nimbus! I've set a supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
Yeah, I like to change up the clothes every so often. And what's up, Terry? How you doing tonight? Yeah, Mac. Every so often I change up my outfit.
Please save me!
Flying Nimbus!
You're my savior.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
I need help. Thanks.
Lasha Jones. Remember we were remember we got pre-made with that person, the other YouTuber? And how's the queues? The queues are not looking good tonight, brother. I had to wait almost 15 minutes for a match.
That's a new power key. Place it now. Great. You know what to do with that key.
Someone!
Hi.
Thanks.
Why did you make it fair noise? You know, right?
You have my thanks.
That's a new power key.
Yeah, how are you getting queued so fast? I'm waiting like 10 to 15 minutes sometimes. Oh,
Flying Nimbus!
that was a waste.
Flying Nimbus!
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Yeah, 4 Dragon Balls. We still have one survivor that's level 0.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Bro, where are you located?
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
In North America.
Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Billy Beans.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. Flying Nimbus!
Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh man.
Yeah, I need a bigger cube.
Ally down!
Stay calm. Stay
To
calm.
rescue them. Watch out for enemies.
Here comes a pain.
Systems under attack. Tread carefully if you want to get closer.
Cocky little. Cocky little gallant.
Got it.
The startup system is
Please. Well, we got the W. You soul trying to kill that person in the corner.
What? Impossible.
Ranked up.
to avoid hurting the island's people. The group moved toward a mountain plateau where they encounter Yamcha and Tien, accompanied by Bulma holding a baby. Goku questions Bulma's presence as it could get dangerous, but she states that she wants to see the androids first and then she'll leave.
What's the secret to the fast
Surprised
cues?
to see Bulma holding a child, and Gohan assumes that she and Yamcha finally got married. However, Yamcha says he and Bulma broke up a long time ago and how the group won't believe who the father is. Goku approaches the child and correctly deduces he's Vegeta's, which surprises Bulma as she hasn't shared that information with anyone. Goku brushes it off as a lucky guess, and Piccolo wonders where Vegeta is as the fight is about
Might
to
be in a
begin.
match.
Bulma is unsure of Vegeta's location as they haven't been living together,
Yeah.
but she's sure he'll show up, as is Goku, as he's been training hard for this fight. Tien states he decided to leave Chaozu behind as he wouldn't be able to keep up, and Goku agrees as the team check their time for the android's arrival. More time passes, and Krillin questions the absence of Baby Trunks' tail while Gohan plays around with him. Piccolo then senses someone coming, but says they aren't evil. A little air car then flies in, and Goku notices it's Yajirobe and wonders if he came to fight. However, he only stopped to deliver some sensu beans from Korin and flies off as he wants no part of what's coming. Tien thinks it's strange that it's past 10, but he feels no sign of the enemy at all. Yamcha assumes the story of the androids was all a lie, but Bulma says he said about 10 AM and it's just 10:17 right now. Yamcha, however, states that if there were anyone around, the group would have been able to feel their ki and spot them, no matter where they were on Earth. But just then, an explosion occurs in the air and Yajirobe's car goes down. Piccolo directs everyone's attention to the sky, and the group noticed two figures from afar going into the city,
Found
but
another
nobody
match.
got a good
This
look
one was
at them.
pretty fast.
Goku says he couldn't feel their ki at all and wonders why, but Gohan says they're androids, so they likely
was
don't
definitely under
have
2
ki.
minutes.
In the city, an old man with a mustache and long white hair and a short, fat, pale individual stand in the middle of the road, each one wearing a hat donning the red ribbon logo. Piccolo suggests that if the group can't sense their ki, they should use their eyes to search for them. Goku agrees with the idea and advises everyone to stay cautious and inform the group if they find anything, but tells Gohan to check on Yajirobe as they all fly down to the city to begin the search. Goku lands on a building and wishes he had a photograph of the enemies from Trunks. Krillin, landing on the sidewalk, wonders about the identities of the androids, while a bystander is shocked to see he was flying. Meanwhile, Piccolo and Tien also arrive in the city, and Gohan helps Yajirobe, who crash landed in the ocean while Yamcha runs through an alley. As the androids walk through the city, two individuals approach them, asking
level
if they
4
saw the
baby.
car explosion.
C1.
The older android, known as number 20, remains silent, while the fat, pale one, number 19, attacks the men. A car approaches, and the driver confronts them for blocking the road. Number 20 punches through the car's hood, then grabs the driver by the neck and kills him. This horrifying scene is witnessed by a woman who screams, prompting Yamcha to rush toward it. As the old man senses energy approaching, he figures it must be a sensor malfunction. However, number 19 confirms that it's not and that they found Son Goku. Meanwhile, Yamcha arrives at the scene of the attack, questioning the people in a nearby window about the culprits, but they mention that the assailants suddenly disappeared. Above, the androids float in the air and identify Yamcha as the human they were detecting earlier. Although it wasn't their desired target, number 20 says that he'll
Probably get another W.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks!
Flying Nimbus!
I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
What the heck?
Great. You know what to do with that key. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Yeah, it's all good, homie.
I lifted you out of your misery.
Playing a Survivor or a Raider match.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Flying Nimbus!
Someone
Get up!
save me!
Thanks!
Take the drink, homie. You don't want it?
Flying Nimbus!
Nah. You get a death beam right to the chest. Example
That's
Paragus.
a new power key. Place it now. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
What was that guy? I think he lagged out. I left a drink for him. He didn't move.
Flying Nimbus! Someone!
Not know where his damn key is. Could be in these two caves or
Flying Nimbus!
behind the tops cave. Okay. If it works for you, then it works. I have not tried that experiment before.
Great. You
but
know
if
what
say
to
it
do with
works,
that
then-
key.
Shoot. Okay, we need to keep this level 3 alive, man.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready.
Welcome.
Head there now.
Whoa.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
We're one of our best players. Our strongest players. So I'm taking a long way.
The startup system is under attack. have some pain. Got it?
Let's go! Come on!
Fuck!
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shenron at the altar. An ally
Putting
needs
in
your
work, but I
help.
missed twice.
We don't know what
I got him
danger
once, though.
awaits. Think before rushing in.
Before you die, allow me to show you what
Gotta
a
get some
fully
supplies.
evolved Tuffle is truly capable of.
Alright, good luck, homie.
I've included some ultra-divine water with the supplies. It should purify any abnormalities in the body.
Now, consider it.
Yo, can I get my suit?
Flying Nimbus!
Supplies, man.
Get off! I owe you. Flying Nimbus!
Holy hell.
Let's go! Got a W.
What? Not possible!
Will still be a good source of power. The two land behind Yamcha, who soon realizes their true identity and backs away. However, before he could call for the help of his allies, number
Can I get
20
some
grabs
W's,
him by the
fam?
face and lifts him while draining his energy. It's not long before the android ends Yamcha's resistance by driving his arm through his chest, much to the warrior's surprise. Number
Yeah,
20
it was pretty
eventually
trash,
withdraws his arm from Yamcha, and
Win is a
Goku
win.
detects something amiss, while Tien and Krillin observe a significant key rapidly diminishing and figure it's Yamcha. Piccolo takes flight to join the others, and they all arrive on the scene in front of number 19 and 20. As Goku yells out to an unconscious Yamcha, number 20 releases his grip and drops
Be
him
right
to
back,
the
guys.
ground. Goku tells Krillin that Yamcha's still alive and to get him to safety and feed him a sensu bean. Krillin agrees and flies off with Yamcha, as Piccolo deduces they're facing the androids now and is relieved they finally revealed themselves. Number 20 finds it peculiar that they know they're androids and wonders how they knew where to find them. Piccolo suggests that they forced the answer out of them, and number 20 agrees to this approach. Goku Goku proposes moving to a location devoid of people, but number 20 replies that there's no need to go elsewhere as he unexpectedly begins using his eye lasers to destroy a significant portion of the city. Goku shouts at him to stop and rushes in to deliver a punch, knocking off number 20's hat. Meanwhile, Yamcha's been healed on the plateau by Krillin as the group of he, Gohan, Bulma, Baby Trunks, and Yajirobe then witness the devastation in the city from afar. Number 20 puts his hat back on and remarks that he only aimed to fulfill Goku's wish of a deserted area. Enraged, Goku challenges them to come with him and the others to face defeat. However, number 19 retorts, stating that the group have no hope of defeating them. Number 20 confidently offers to follow Goku and invites him to choose his place of death. Everyone wonders how the androids know Goku's name, and he reveals that he also knows the names of Piccolo and Tien. Goku then notices other residents of the city nearby and suggests they discuss later, urging everyone to leave immediately. Goku takes off, followed by 20 and 19, with Piccolo and Tien close behind. On the plateau, the others realize the group is changing locations, and Yamcha exclaims that they'll need to tell them that the androids are capable of stealing energy. As Goku, Piccolo, Tien, and the androids search for a suitable battleground, Yamcha informs the group that Android 20 was able to drain his energy by grabbing him. Bulma praises Dr. Gero's remarkable scientific abilities, while Gohan suggests informing the others and takes off to pursue the androids. Yamcha feels too powerless to join, but Krillin volunteers to deliver sensu beans to the team. Eventually, Yamcha decides to follow along, but only as an observer. As the group with the androids flies over a desolate plain, number 20 chooses it as the battlefield, dismissing Goku's objections. They land, and Piccolo notices the rocky mountains surrounding the plain, noting the androids plan to hide there if needed. Goku questions again how the androids know about them, and Tien observes that Goku is breathing heavily after flying. Number 20 reveals they've been observing Goku's battles since he defeated the Red Ribbon Army, seeking a weakness in order to determine what sort of android could defeat him. He clarifies that only Dr. Gero remained after the army's fall, although Piccolo remarks that Android 20 speaks as though he's Dr. Gero himself. Number 20 denies this though, and insists that Dr. Gero is
what's
no
up, Super
more.
Saiyan?
Goku then
How you
questions
doing
if they
tonight?
observed his battles on Namek, to which number 20 responds that they had enough data by that point and didn't need to. Meanwhile, Gohan, Krillin, and Yamcha search in vain for the battle site, stating that nobody was fighting yet, so they couldn't sense their ki. Goku points out that the androids overlooked a significant portion of his life, surprising number 19 and 20. Piccolo notes that it was a fatal mistake not
the
to be
Cell
aware
Saga.
of Super Saiyan, and Goku transforms as the energy released alerts the others to the battle's location. Tien and Piccolo are amazed by Goku's power, and Android 20
Good, I'm
admits
good.
that the Saiyan has far surpassed their calculated limits.
Appreciate
However,
you
he
dropping
remains confident that both he and 19 can still handle Goku. Goku then declares that he'll find out for himself soon enough and charges in to engage in battle. Goku rushes toward 19, suddenly vanishing when the android tries to strike him. In a swift move, Goku reappears behind 19 and delivers an elbow strike to his back, sending him flying. The sight surprises Android 20, but 19 quickly recovers and launches himself at Goku. With ease, Goku stops him with just one hand and kicks him high into the air. While number 20 watches in shock, Goku ascends and appears behind 19 once more. Despite 19's multiple attacks, Goku dodges and lands a knee to the android's stomach, following an elbow to the face. Tien is amazed at Goku's Super Saiyan power, suggesting that he seems to exist in a completely different dimension compared to the others. Piccolo agrees, but appears to be concerned about the ongoing battle. As Goku continues to pummel Android 19, Android 20 worries that his companion may run out of
guys,
energy
you
before
guys
being
online?
able to absorb Goku's power. At that moment,
I'll
Gohan,
give you the room key if you
Yamcha,
wanna
and
play.
Krillin arrive at the scene. Although Gohan shows concern for his father, Tien reassures them, stating that the androids are no match for Goku's Super Saiyan strength. Goku relentlessly attacks 19, making Yamcha wonder if the energy absorption notion was just his imagination. Gohan, however, appears perplexed about something, and Piccolo questions if he noticed it too. Gohan confirms, and Piccolo expresses that Goku seems rushed and weakened. This surprises Tien, who believes that Goku is overpowering the android. Piccolo then states that
Nah,
Goku's
Z4 is
strength should
crazy.
be
These
much
guys didn't go to
higher, and
sleep yet.
Gohan brings up Yamcha's theory about energy absorption, which surprises Piccolo. Yamcha recounts his experience with Android 20, and just then, Goku kicks
guys are
19,
are
sending him
professionals.
crashing down to the ground. 19 gets up and stares at Goku, Yamcha then noting that he doesn't seem bothered by the beating he's taking. Visibly exhausted, Goku decides to finish off 19 with a Kamehameha. Upon seeing the attack, 19 and 20 become ecstatic,
Yo, Mac,
and
if you wanna
19
play, let me know. I'll
absorbs the
give you the
blast
key.
effortlessly with his right hand. The Z fighters are left in shock, and Yamcha points out that he was right about the absorption ability. Piccolo urgently warns Goku against using Ki Blast since the androids can absorb them. All the while, the Saiyan appears to be weaker than before. Krillin notices Goku's unusual behavior and speculates that he might have lost a lot of his ki already, but Piccolo observes that 19 hasn't grabbed Goku yet. Gohan seems to have a realization, while Android 20 notices that 19's power has increased while Goku's has dramatically decreased. Fueled by the newfound energy, Android 19 charges head first at Goku once more. Goku manages to evade 19's initial punch and tries to counter with an elbow strike, but the android evades the attack. 19 retaliates by kneeing Goku in the stomach, prompting Goku to respond with an elbow strike to 19's face. Surprisingly, 19 seems unfazed by the attack and retaliates by smacking Goku in the face and slamming him down. However, Goku prevents himself from hitting the ground and readies himself to launch a powerful Kamehameha attack at 19. Just as Goku is about to unleash the attack, Piccolo intervenes, urging him to stop. Concerned about Goku's condition, Yamcha notices signs of weakness in him and wonders if he somehow had his energy drained. However, Gohan notices his father clutching at his chest and deduces he's suffering from the heart virus future Trunks warned them about. To counter the virus's effects, Krillin throws Goku a sensu bean to restore his strength. Android 20, watching from a distance, identifies the bean as the fabled sensu and gains insight into its power. However, despite the temporary boost, Goku's condition doesn't improve and he struggles in the fight. The Z-Fighters are puzzled as to why the medicine Trunks gave didn't help Goku, but Gohan explains he never took it as he hadn't fallen ill to the virus until now. The situation worsens as 19 gains the upper hand, knocking Goku back and causing him to revert to his base form. As 19 lands on top of Goku and grabs him by the neck, the remaining Z-Fighters rush to aid him but are intercepted by Android 20, who blocks their path. Piccolo attempts to move him out the way, but is shot down by number 20's eye lasers. Meanwhile, 19 continues to drain Goku's energy until he's suddenly struck by a powerful kick from an unknown figure. It was revealed to be Vegeta, who appeared determined to keep anyone from killing Goku unless it was him. The sudden appearance of Vegeta leaves both the Z-Fighters and the androids in shock. Piccolo, who is lying on the ground, surprises everyone by getting up, admitting he was only pretending to be defeated to create an opening to save Goku. He then tells Gohan that it would take more than a puny attack like that to take him down. Vegeta berates Goku for transforming into a Super Saiyan despite being aware of the anomaly in his body. He tells Goku that he'll be the one to defeat him no matter what and kicks him into the air. Piccolo catches Goku and Vegeta suggests taking him home and giving him the heart medicine. Gohan offers to do it, but Yamcha insists on taking Goku instead, considering himself less useful than anyone else on the battlefield. Piccolo advises Yamcha to take some medicine too, as the virus could be contagious and he doesn't want to take any chances. As Yamcha flies off, Android 19 readies himself to pursue him, but Android 20 tells him not to, finding it more entertaining to save the best fighter for later. Number 20 believes they can handle the other Z-Fighters now that Vegeta has joined them, and Krillin proposes a temporary retreat, referring to future Trunks' account of everyone except for Gohan dying. Gohan, however, argues that if they retreat, the androids will continue to wreak havoc, and Piccolo points out that history has already diverged from Trunks' timeline. He states that Trunks' presence may have caused subtle changes like the timing of Goku's heart virus, but Krillin thinks to himself that no matter what's changed, the androids still remain a terrifying threat. Android 19 questions Android 20 if he can kill Vegeta, and after some insult, 20 agrees, claiming the other 4 fighters for himself. Vegeta remarks that the androids aren't nearly as strong as rumored, mentioning how the only thing he needs to be concerned about is their energy absorption ability. Number 19 retorts that he's aware of Vegeta's abilities too, but the Saiyan Prince asserts that Saiyans can't be reduced to mere calculations. Vegeta then questions if androids can feel fear, and transforms into a Super Saiyan, surprising the Z-Fighters and the androids. Krillin expresses his belief that a Super Saiyan had to be pure of heart, but Vegeta explains that while his heart is pure, it's pure evil. He describes how he pushed himself through intense training to become a Super Saiyan, fueled by rage against himself, and now the time has finally come for him to surpass Goku and reclaim his place as the Prince of all Saiyans. Android 20 tries to convince Vegeta that he's still no match for them, but Vegeta remains undeterred. 19 charges at the Saiyan, landing a punch on his face, but Vegeta shows no sign of pain. He explains that in addition to his power, his ferocity has increased in his Super Saiyan state as well. He then proceeds to counterattack, delivering a powerful kick to the android's chest, followed by an elbow and a kick to the face, sending the android flying backward. With a calm demeanor, Vegeta approaches Android 19 while 20 watches in horror. Vegeta insults the androids, inquiring if they screwed up their calculations. In response, Android 19 swiftly springs to his feet and lunges at Vegeta, who dodges the attack and counterattacks, propelling 19 into the air with a powerful kick. Unfazed, Vegeta pursues his airborne opponent and catches up to him quickly, catching him off guard. Dodging a grab from the android, Vegeta delivers a solid blow to his face. Noticing that Android 19 is bleeding, Vegeta sarcastically questions the nature of the liquid, whether it's blood or oil. The android tries to retaliate by attacking Vegeta with his laser eyes, but the Saiyan evades skillfully and slams him into the ground, nearly hitting the other Z-Fighters. The impact creates a substantial crater where 19 lies motionless, and Vegeta lands nearby. Just as he thinks the fight is over, 19 springs into action, grasping Vegeta's wrist firmly and announcing his intent to drain all of the Saiyan's power, insisting that escape is futile. Undeterred, Vegeta experiments by pushing against Android 19's face with his feet and stretching his body. He confirms that 19 indeed absorbs energy through his hands, but Vegeta takes it a step further by fully exerting his body, severing 19's hands at the wrists while they remain stubbornly attached to him. 19 is sent flying backward, shocked by the unexpected outcome, and Android 20 is equally surprised. After removing 19's hands from his wrists, Vegeta examines them, noting the energy absorption areas on the palms. He tosses the severed hands to the ground and taunts a scared Android 19, noting that fear is something the android can experience. In a desperate attempt to escape, 19 scrambles out of the crater to make a run for it. However, Vegeta ascends into the air and prepares to destroy the android, with number 20 attempting to intervene verbally, although Vegeta dismisses him, stating that he'll deal with him later. After amassing enough energy, Vegeta unleashes a mighty Big Bang attack, creating an immense explosion that astonishes everyone watching. When the smoke clears, only Android 19's head remains, and Android 20 suggests they may have underestimated Vegeta, but he still remains convinced that the Saiyans still cannot win, a notion that Vegeta scoffs at. Vegeta approaches Android 20 and reverts to his base form, mentioning he's exhausted a significant amount of energy and offers for the android to challenge him. However, 20 is suspicious of Vegeta's intentions. Vegeta playfully accuses him of being a sore loser, prompting the android to flee towards the rocks as previously deduced by Piccolo. Vegeta demands Krillin to hand over a sensu bean to recover his strength, to which Krillin hesitates to provide it. Piccolo urges Krillin to give it to him, and Vegeta, now transforming into a Super Saiyan again, warns the Z Fighters to stay out of his way as he pursues Android 20. Piccolo explains that Vegeta had indeed lost a significant amount of power fighting Android 19 and had bluffed against Android 20. He states that had 20 called his bluff, Vegeta certainly would have lost the battle. The Namekian admires Vegeta's strength and combat prowess, suggesting that he might have even surpassed Goku, much to the surprise of the Z Fighters. Tien decides to follow Vegeta, eager to witness Android 20's defeat. Krillin and Gohan join in as well, but Piccolo advises them not to engage in a fight and to inform him or Vegeta if they locate Android 20. The Z Fighters then set off after Vegeta, and meanwhile, the Saiyan struggles to locate Android 20, calling out for him. In an attempt to flush him out, Vegeta fires a blast toward the ground, but Krillin warns him that the rest of them are nearby. Suddenly, Android 20 takes advantage of the situation, stepping in front of the blast and absorbing it with his palms, gaining a minor boost in his power. Observing this, Vegeta becomes furious and charges toward the android, but he quickly disappears, outpacing the Saiyan. As he watches Vegeta from above, number 20 notes that the Z Fighters rely too much on tracking Ki and have overlooked their observation skills. He's however impressed by Vegeta's power and realizes he'll need to return to his lab in order to stand a chance against him. Number 20 then spots Gohan, Tien, Piccolo, and Krillin searching for him amongst the Rocky Mountains and begins devising a plan to drain their energy to strengthen himself before taking on Vegeta.
Are you saying to just add everyone as a friend?
20 in the mountains.
Is that how you're doing it?
Vegeta though, 20 selects Piccolo as his first target since he's stated to be the strongest after the Saiyan. Sneaking up from behind, number 20 covers Piccolo's mouth to prevent him from calling for help. However, Piccolo telepathically contacts Gohan, who senses the change in Piccolo's energy and rushes to assist him. Android 20 continues to drain Piccolo's energy, but Gohan arrives just in time to strike him from behind, freeing Piccolo and alerting the rest of the group of their location. Piccolo thanks Gohan for saving his life, and the group surrounds Android 20, outnumbering him as Vegeta smiles after locating his target. Gohan instructs Krillin to give Piccolo a sensu bean to restore his energy, and he does so. Piccolo then removes his weighted clothing and insists on taking on Android 20 alone. Vegeta shows little concern for Piccolo's well-being and tells him to go ahead, although at his current power level, he might just be giving the android the energy he's looking for. As 20 agrees and sees this as an opportunity to gather more energy, Piccolo swiftly attacks with a knee to the face, displaying remarkable speed and surprising the other Z Fighters aside from Vegeta. Android 20 charges in again, but after being knocked to the ground, he immediately finds himself at a disadvantage, unable to believe that Piccolo is still stronger than him since absorbing both he and Vegeta's energy. Meanwhile, Future Trunks returns to aid the Z Fighters against the androids. Unable to locate anyone on the island he told them about, he senses the ongoing battle and heads in the direction of the new location. Meanwhile, Piccolo continues to overpower Android 20 in the mountains, impressing Krillin with his newfound strength. Bulma and Yajirobe, on their way to the battlefield as well, discuss whether they should approach the explosion site in the airplane. Recognizing Future Trunks as he flies past them though, Bulma feels reassured that they're going in the right direction and continues on. At the battle scene, Piccolo cuts off Android 20's right hand and taunts him about the insignificant energy he stole earlier. Future Trunks then arrives at the battle site alongside Android 19, completely bewildered about the android he's witnessing. Just then, Trunks witnesses an explosion further out and rushes toward it. During his flight, he states that Android 19 isn't one of the androids he's familiar with and wonders if there are now 3 of them total. Meanwhile, at the battlefield, Piccolo continues to effortlessly handle Android 20, who's surprised by the Namekian strength exceeding their calculations. Piccolo explains that the changes in the android's power levels and the Z-Fighters' growth have altered the future, making their enemies out to be way weaker than they were led to believe. Tien acknowledges that while he's uneasy about Piccolo and Vegeta's immense power, it's beneficial for the current situation, and Vegeta instructs Piccolo to finish off 20, otherwise he'll step in. Piccolo confidently states that he'll handle it himself, as he's nowhere near as soft as Goku, and suddenly, everyone senses a powerful energy approaching, and future Trunks arrives on the scene. Piccolo calls him by name, and Vegeta realizes that this version of Trunks is his son from the future. Trunks thinks to himself that he doesn't recognize Android 20 either, who is equally curious about Trunks' identity. Feeling that he's made major miscalculations today, 20 figures that he now has no choice but to retreat to his laboratory. Amidst the confusion about the android's identity, Bulma, Yajirobe, and Baby Trunks approach the battlefield. Yajirobe threatens to toss Baby Trunks out the window if they get any closer, to which Bulma clarifies that Vegeta is the father, causing him to reconsider. As the discussion concerning the android's identity unfolds, Krillin suggests that they may be different due to the alterations in history. Meanwhile, Android 20 devises a plan to escape by hiding amongst the rocks, and Bulma and Yajirobe arrive just in time. As Future Trunks warns his mother of the past to stay away, Android 20 exclaims that Androids 17 and 18 will come for them all soon, then launching an energy wave at Bulma's airplane, causing it to explode and temporarily blind the Z-Fighters. As the smoke clears, Android 20 vanishes and Piccolo gets upset. Future Trunks manages to rescue Bulma and his younger self, and Vegeta floats above the rubble, preparing to go after Android 20. However, Future Trunks intervenes, questioning why Vegeta didn't attempt to save Bulma and his son. Vegeta, however, dismisses the notion of sentimentality and flies away, much to Future Trunks' shock. Bulma then questions Android 20's appearance, revealing that she believes that he is in fact Dr. Gero, as she'd seen his picture in an academic journal. This leads her to wonder if he modified his own body, as Yajirobe lays covered in rubble, asking for anyone to help him. Krillin informs the group that Bulma suspects Android 20 is actually Dr. Gero. Vegeta seeks clarification, and Bulma explains that she's seen Gero's picture before. Although he was a renowned scientist, he was not well liked by his peers, and a transformation into an android was likely to extend his life. Vegeta then gets annoyed with Future Trunks, as the androids are different from what he had described, and he had previously mentioned that they killed Dr. Gero. Future Trunks speculates that his time travel may have altered history, but Piccolo suggests that androids 17 and 18 referred to by Gero could be the ones Future Trunks knows. The Namekian inquires for a description of the pair, as they can't afford to lose any more time, and Future Trunks provides one. The question then arises whether androids 17 and 18 can absorb energy through their hands, but Future Trunks is knowledgeable about them, stating that they have an infinite energy supply. Curious on Goku's whereabouts, Future Trunks learns that the heart virus he warned them about has taken effect, but long after the given time frame. He questions Bulma about Gero's lab location, and she reveals that it's rumored to be in a cave near North City. Piccolo proposes a plan to reach the lab before Gero and destroy the androids before their activation, but Vegeta disagrees, dismissing it as a cowardly approach. Future Trunks cautions against underestimating the androids and suggests waiting for Goku to recover if they can't beat Gero to the lab. However, Vegeta asserts that he doesn't need anyone, including Goku, and flies away, confident in his power as a Super Saiyan. Piccolo believes Vegeta might have a chance of winning, but Future Trunks disagrees, as he himself is a Super Saiyan and was no match for the androids in his time. He then vows not to let his father die again and chases after Vegeta, leaving the rest of the group. This unexpected reference to Vegeta as his father surprises Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan, leading Piccolo to reveal Future Trunks' true identity as the grown-up version of her baby. Piccolo tells Tien, Krillin, and Gohan that he'll need their help to locate Gero's laboratory, as it'll be easier to destroy 17 and 18 before they're reactivated. Gohan inquires if Bulma can relay their newfound information to Goku, but without a ship, she can't exactly get to him. Piccolo then instructs Gohan to take Bulma and Baby Trunks to Goku, while he, Tien, and Krillin try to find the lab before Vegeta does. As they set off, Yajirobe appears and joins Gohan, Bulma, and Baby Trunks, telling Gohan to hurry up so they can all leave together. Meanwhile, as Dr. Gero approaches his lab, his sensors pick up someone's energy and he hides among the rocks. He then spots Vegeta and Future Trunks flying toward his lab, initially thinking it's a coincidence, but recalls Bulma's connection to Capsule Corporation and realizes that they're indeed heading for it. He then spots Piccolo, Krillin, and Tien and realizes they must be planning to destroy Android 17 and 18 before he can activate them. Gero, confident that the Z-Fighters will need to do a bit of searching to find the precise location, he decides to take a different route, hoping he'll have enough time before they discover his lab. Meanwhile, during their flight, Future Trunks ponders Future Bulma's belief that there's some good deep down in Vegeta, but he remains skeptical, as only a monster would abandon the mother of his
like we're
child
watching more
and
of the
son
manga
as
than we
they
are
face
playing the game.
imminent death.
For real.
Realizing his son intends to keep following him, Vegeta attempts to outpace Future
Okay,
Trunks,
stream,
but he
that
matches
last
his
night.
speed by transforming into a Super Saiyan, which doesn't surprise Vegeta, given Future Trunks is his son. Meanwhile, Gohan carries Yajirobe, Bulma, and Baby Trunks slowly on the way to Goku. Tien, Piccolo, and Krillin arrive near North City and the mountains and decide to split up in search of Dr. Gero's lab. Krillin proposes dividing the remaining 6 sensu beans among themselves, and everyone agrees. Meanwhile, Vegeta tells Future Trunks to stop following him, but Trunks insists on helping his father to fight the androids. Trunks also vows to fight Vegeta if he tries to activate the androids himself. Vegeta scoffs at the remark though, believing that a true Saiyan would be eager to face the androids upon hearing of their power. Down below, Dr. Gero, choosing a discreet approach, is confident that the Z-Fighters will struggle to locate his lab. Not long after, Gero finally reaches his lab and enters the cave where it's hidden. Just before entering though, he notices Krillin watching him, though the doctor underestimates his abilities and proceeds to unlock the lab's door, claiming that even if Krillin calls for help, it'll be too late. Krillin then releases his energy, catching the attention of Piccolo, Tien, Vegeta, and Trunks. Inside the lab, Dr. Gero expresses his reluctance to activate Androids 17 and 18, but he feels compelled to do so now, hoping he's resolved the issues they previously had. Gero activates 17 while holding his shutdown remote switch, which the android keeps an eye on as he politely greets his master. Gero is relieved to see that 17 appears to be functioning correctly and proceeds to activate 18 as well. To his surprise, she also displays politeness towards Gero, but eyes the remote as well, courtesy of Android 17. 18 notices that Gero has turned himself into an android, and the doctor briefly points out his pursuit of eternal life. Gero then states that his creation's demeanors are a relief, as he'd been too preoccupied with their infinite energy reactor, leading to their disobedience in the past. He then informs the two that the Z-Fighters are approaching and orders them to kill them all, to which they agree. As the Z-Fighters attempt to breach the lab door, Android 17 seizes the opportunity to snatch the remote from Gero, crushing it to ensure they won't be put to sleep again. Piccolo, outside the lab, hears Gero giving orders to 17, and the group realizes with horror that the androids have now been activated. Impatient, Vegeta insists on breaking down the door. Future Trunks advises against it and suggests waiting until Goku recovers, but Vegeta disregards the warning, blasting the door and destroying it. The androids observe the Z-Fighters, and Vegeta questions Future Trunks on if these are the ones they're looking for. Future Trunks confirms their identity, and as Krillin begins to wonder why they're considered a threat, Trunks warns everyone not to underestimate them. Dr. Gero instructs Android 17 and 18 to eliminate the Z-Fighters, revealing that they've previously destroyed Android 19 and nearly killed him in the process. 17 questions Android 19's energy absorption abilities, and Gero confirms it. 18 then questions if Gero reverted to energy absorption because she and Android 17 were too powerful to control. Gero, however, dismisses the topic and yet again orders the androids to kill the Z-Fighters. 17, however, surprises Gero by asserting that they'll kill the Z-Fighters on their own terms. Gero is shocked, and his agitation increases as Android 18 begins investigating a chamber labeled 16. She inquires about the android inside, and Gero tells her to back off. Future Trunks is unfamiliar with Android 16, and Android 17 insists on activating him, which Gero opposes, considering 16 a failure that could destroy the entire planet. As the androids argue amongst themselves, Krillin suggests escaping, and Vegeta tells him to leave, believing he's the only one capable of destroying the androids anyway. Android 17 boasts of having a higher power level than 16, and urges Android 18 to activate him, resulting in Gero threatening to deactivate them all, although he's reminded that his remote was destroyed. 18 begins to flip the switch to activate Android 16, and as Dr. Gero screams in frustration at his disobedient creations, Android 17 punches him through the chest from behind, shocking Piccolo and Krillin. As 17 rips his arm from Gero, the doctor tries to talk to his creation, but the android decapitates him with a kick to the neck. Gero's head rolls toward the Z-Fighters, and he insults 17 as a worthless piece of junk. The android wastes no time though, as he then destroys Gero's head, and the Z-Fighters witness this gruesome scene. 16. Android 17 insists on activating Android 16, but unwilling to give another android a chance to surface, Trunks desperately unleashes a powerful blast as a Super Saiyan, surprising the Z-Fighters and destroying Gero's lab. Amidst the destruction, Vegeta tells his son from the future that his efforts were a complete waste, as Android 17, 18, and the chamber containing Android 16 survived the blast, much to everyone's shock. 17 suggests immediately opening the chamber, and with horror, the Z-Fighters watch as Android 18 kicks open the chamber, activating Android 16. 16 emerges from his chamber, appearing much taller than the other androids.
I was in a Raider match.
Krillin
I was in the Raider queue
concern
for like
about
10
the current
minutes.
situation, while Future Trunks admits he's never encountered Android 16 before and can't estimate how strong he truly is. Android 17 questions 16's feelings after being free for the first time in years, mentioning Dr. Gero's warning that 16 will be a threat to them. Android 18 wants an explanation, but 16 remains silent. 17 playfully wonders if 16 is just a strong silent type, and then questions if his sole purpose is to kill Goku, to which 16 confirms. Although 17 and 18 hate the idea of taking orders from Dr. Gero, they feel the need to preoccupy themselves for the time being and decide killing Goku will be sufficient enough. They then take off into the air, leaving the Z-Fighters puzzled. Although initially relieved, Krillin realizes that Goku's house is the next target for the androids. However, Vegeta is more so focused on the fact that his new enemies ignored him and took off. He then transforms into a Super Saiyan, intending to take on the androids all by himself. Trunks intervenes and tries to reason with Vegeta, urging him to wait until Goku's fully recovered, but Vegeta is stern in his decision despite his son's warning. Vegeta explains that Goku will be his next target after he's dealt with the androids, and as Future Trunks attempts to discourage him from charging headfirst to his death, Vegeta gut punches him and takes off. Meanwhile, as the androids land on a mountain road, 17 suggests they enjoy the journey to get to Goku's house by car. 18 teases 17's human-like love for amusement, noting that he too was created from a human male. 17 attempts to relate to 16 on the matter, but the android reveals that he was made robotic from the ground up, which surprises 17. Meanwhile, Vegeta arrives in front of the trio and demands to know the android's destination. 18 discloses their plan to kill Goku at his house, but Vegeta is determined to end them where they stand, although 17 and 18 are especially unfazed. 17 then states that Saiyans think too highly of themselves, and that Vegeta's pride could lead him to an early death if he's not careful. Enraged Vegeta then challenges the androids to face him, and 18 suggests 16 to fight, but he refuses. As a result, 18 herself prepares to battle Vegeta, who dismissively refers to her as a machine rather than a woman, and states he won't be going easy on her. 18 initiates the battle by charging at Vegeta and unleashing a fury of blows, but Vegeta manages to block them all. One of 18's punches narrowly misses Vegeta, and he grabs her arm and throws her into a nearby rock wall. Vegeta charges after her and attacks, missing a punch. 18 then blocks a knee from Vegeta, but he follows up with a punch to the face, sending her flying backwards. Meanwhile, 17 states that Vegeta is much stronger than Dr. Gero's data indicated and is impressed with his fighting abilities. 18 and Vegeta land on the road below, and Vegeta states it's difficult to tell whether androids have taken damage or not. He then extends his arm and says that he'll just blow them to bits so he won't have to see their smiles again. Just then, a truck drives up behind Android 18, and the driver tells her and Vegeta to get out of the road. Vegeta then fires a ki blast at 18, who jumps in the air, resulting in the blast hitting the truck, completely obliterating it along with the driver inside. Vegeta tells 18 she's quicker than he thought, but she replies that he just wasn't using his full power. Vegeta, however, retorts to say that if he did, the Earth wouldn't be able to handle it, and 18 says that she's been holding back as well. The Saiyan Prince urges her to go all out, and she agrees, then charging at Vegeta, headbutting him in the face and drawing blood. Vegeta charges at the android and punches her in the stomach. However, 18 is unaffected and knees Vegeta in the chest before knocking him into a nearby wall. Shortly after, Future Trunks, Piccolo, Tien, and Krillin arrive, and Trunks inquires if Vegeta is okay. Vegeta then climbs out of the hole created by his impact and calls the four of them pests, rhetorically asking if they believe they actually stand a chance against 18. From a distance, Android 17 notices the group arrive and states that 18 can't take them all on by herself, so he'll have to lend a hand. He then inquires of 16 if he'll help, but the android says he won't. 17 playfully teases him and wonders why he was created, to which 16 states once again it's to kill Goku. 17 begins to walk toward the Z-Fighters, and Future Trunks tells Vegeta that they need to run, stating his pride is no good if he dies, although Vegeta refuses once again. 18 mockingly tells Vegeta he can leave, but the Saiyan Prince states that he's about to finish her off, and that he would rather die alone than accept help from any of the Z-Fighters. 17 mockingly claps at Vegeta's speech and says he's a true Saiyan Prince, but Vegeta states he doesn't need a puppet's praise. 17 then tells the the other Z fighters not to interfere with the fight between 18 and Vegeta, otherwise he'll have to step in as well. The fight resumes as 18 charges toward Vegeta, punching him in the face and sending him flying. 18 pursues, but Vegeta kicks off of a nearby rock wall and hits 18, sending her flying backwards into another one. Vegeta then quickly fires a Big Bang attack, and as 18 begins to emerge from the rubble, she's unable to dodge it. Vegeta then flies toward the explosion, and when the smoke clears, 18 is still standing, although her clothes appear to be damaged from the attack. Vegeta lands in front of her and notes she isn't phased at all. 18 then removes her jacket and states she didn't think any organic being could fight like Vegeta, and questions if Goku is even stronger. Vegeta of course replies that he's not, prompting 18 to state she doesn't have to worry about either of them then, infuriating Vegeta. The Saiyan attempts to attack 18 from the side, but she blocks it, as well as a fury of additional attacks from him. Tien on the sidelines roots for Vegeta, while the rest of the Z fighters watch silently, impressed. Android 17 seems amused by the battle, and Future Trunks is surprised at his father's strength, noting that he can hold his own against Android 18. However, Piccolo doesn't share Trunks' optimism and says that Vegeta will be killed, which surprises Trunks and Krillin. Piccolo says that Vegeta is losing stamina while 18's power remains seemingly infinite, and just then, 18 manages to sweep Vegeta's legs and punches him in the face as he attempts to get up, angering Trunks in the distance. She then follows this up with a kick to Vegeta's left arm and breaks it in the process. Seeing this, Trunks is enraged and turns Super Saiyan, attempting to fly toward the battle to help his father. Piccolo angrily calls him an idiot, and 17 chases after him, just as he had promised to those who intervened. Seeing this, Piccolo and Tien fly toward the battle as well. 18 notices Future Trunks approaching and blocks his sword strike. Trunks is then hit in the back by Android 17 and collapses to the ground. Krillin, watching the battle from afar, is stunned that a Super Saiyan was defeated in one shot. Android 17 then notices Piccolo coming toward him and kicks the Namekian in midair, then flies up to Tien and puts him in a headlock. Having gotten back up, Vegeta attempts to fly towards 17 and Tien, but 18 grabs his foot. As 17 chokes Tien, Trunks gets up and runs toward 18, who swings Vegeta into him, sending them both to the ground. Piccolo gets up and is surprised to see two Super Saiyans down, and then notices 17 still choking Tien. The Namekian dashes towards 17, who lets Tien fall, dodges Piccolo's punch, then delivers a strong blow to his chest. Still standing frozen, Krillin watches in horror as 17 lets Piccolo fall. Vegeta attempts a sneak attack by firing a ki blast at 18 with his good arm, but she dodges the blast and flies over to Vegeta. She punches him in the face, sending him to the ground again, and Vegeta tries to get back up, only to be kicked by Android 18 in the stomach, rolling him on his back. 18 then states as extra insurance, she'll break Vegeta's other arm too. She puts the heel of her boot on Vegeta's good arm and pushes down, breaking it as the Saiyan yells in pain and loses consciousness. 17 notes that Vegeta's hair has changed and his glow is gone, and 18 notes the same of Future Trunks. 17 then wonders who Future Trunks is, as they have no data on him, but he quickly says it doesn't matter. He and 18 then fly back to the road and land near Krillin, frightening him. 17 tells him that the others are still alive and that he should feed them some sensu beans right away. He then tells a speechless Krillin that they'll fight the Z fighters again whenever they feel up to it. 17 turns to leave, and 18 wonders if he'll inquire about Goku's location, although 17 states it'll be more fun to find him on their own, and says that maybe even Goku will look for them. The pair then meet up with Android 16, who's still nearby, looking off into the distance. 17 wonders what he's looking at, and 16 simply states that the birds flew away because they were too noisy. 17 seems confused by this, and 18 suggests they fly to somewhere where more cars will pass by. Krillin in the distance watches all of this, still stunned at all he recently witnessed. The androids decide to head to the nearest town or village, but before they leave, Krillin rushes to catch up with them, asking them to wait. 17 questions his intentions, and Krillin questions whether they only want to kill Goku or take over the world. 17 clarifies that their current goal is to eliminate Goku, and that they'll decide what to do afterward. Krillin wonders why they want to kill Goku, pointing out that it was Dr. Gero who held the grudge against him in the first place. However, 17 explains that Goku is the Earth's strongest being, and their actions are merely a
Level 45 Frieza.
And to rid the universe of every last one.
Nice, man. Good job.
Can you hear me?
Flying
It's
Nimbus!
Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Game's lagging.
You found a power key. Go slot it. That's a new power key. Place it now. An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I suppose.
Great! You know what to do with that key. This is bad. Somebody's down.
Two players
Exercise
down already.
extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Do try to survive, would you? I wouldn't want my fun to end prematurely.
Flying
We got
Nimbus!
3 Dragon Balls.
Careful now. This won't be like before, and I won't beat you.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Well done.
You're a big help!
Welcome. Thank you.
Great!
Flying Nimbus!
You know what to do with that key.
Oh, that's not good. Level 3, we lost 2 players.
I apologize for the wait.
We have no level
Shall
3s.
we begin? Now, let's see, shall we?
Find that key.
Is anyone out there?
What a relief!
Thanks.
Flying Nimbus!
Holy hell.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Boom.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Holy hell.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. The startup system is under
We waited so long just for that, though.
Ally down! If you intend to
Flying
rescue
Nimbus!
them, watch out for enemies.
Oh man.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
Take on.
Just made it.
game, which is why they didn't bother asking Krillin about Goku's whereabouts. Krillin then questions if they would spare Goku if he
Took me
begged
30
for his
minutes to find
life,
that.
but Android 16 responds
Just
that their
for that.
purpose is to kill Goku, so they wouldn't be swayed even if he pleaded. 17 again tells Krillin to get the Senzu beans to his friends
Probably gonna
before
shoot
they die,
tomorrow,
but before leaving, 18
the
surprises Krillin with a kiss on his cheek, and the androids depart. Krillin snaps
Probably
out of
busy in
it
the
and
morning,
provides
but
Senzu beans to Piccolo,
I should be
Tien,
free
Future
tomorrow
Trunks,
afternoon,
and
so I can see a
Vegeta.
little
Piccolo is
earlier.
amazed that the androids knew about Senzu
Hopefully the
beans,
views are
and
better.
Tien
Make sure
wonders
you
why
guys
the
see my-
androids spared them instead of finishing them off. Piccolo speculates that the androids didn't see them as a significant threat and acknowledges their strength, while Vegeta is visibly upset and flies off without explanation. Piccolo advises the others not to follow him, understanding that it'd be more of a blow to his pride. Krillin apologizes for not being much help during the fight, but Piccolo cuts him some slack, believing that it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Tien then adds that even with Goku, they don't stand much of a chance as he isn't much stronger than Trunks and Vegeta. Trunks then reveals that the androids in this timeline are stronger than the ones in his timeline, stating that they had such devastating physical strength, it was hard for him to stand up to them. As the group planned to move Goku to a safer location,
Yeah.
Krillin questions Piccolo about his intentions and
You're working
urges
on
him
it.
to share his plan as their friends. However, Piccolo angrily responds that he doesn't consider them friends and that he still harbors his sinister intentions to take over the world. He then unexpectedly flies off, surprising Tien, who thought Piccolo had changed. Krillin, however, calls Piccolo's bluff and figures the Namekian is secretly strategizing. Tien inquires for clarification, and Krillin suggests that Piccolo may be heading to the lookout to fuse with Kami, a move that he wouldn't make unless he truly had no other choice, given his hatred for Kami. Tien notes that the Dragon Balls would likely vanish if either Piccolo or Kami dies, but Krillin points out that they would disappear anyway if the androids succeed in their plans. Trunks questions Vegeta's intentions, nearly calling him dad,
Alright, you found
prompting
another
Krillin
match.
to reveal that everyone except Vegeta knows
Should begin
Trunks'
in about
true
2 minutes.
identity. Tien speculates that Vegeta isn't the type to run from battle and will likely devise a new powerful attack to take on the androids, and meanwhile, Vegeta flies through the mountains, vowing to take the androids on himself. As Krillin, Tien, and Trunks head to Goku's house, Krillin questions the expected recovery time for Goku, and Trunks estimates it could be as little as 10 days. Krillin believes they can remain hidden during that period, and feels relief that the androids don't have some sort of tracker to locate Goku. Meanwhile, at Goku's house, Chi-Chi frantically searches for the heart medicine to aid her husband and eventually finds it. Yamcha administers the medicine to Goku, and he shows signs of improvement, much to their relief. Chi-Chi then questions Gohan's whereabouts, and Yamcha nervously claims that he must be out playing somewhere. Meanwhile, Piccolo reaches Korin's tower and ascends, observed by Korin. Above, Kami and Mr. Popo sense Piccolo's energy and witness him arrive, donning a new cape and turban before landing. Upon landing at the lookout, Piccolo glares angrily at Kami, who returns the same intense gaze while Mr. Popo watches anxiously. Piccolo hints that Kami probably knows why he's here, and Kami acknowledges that his thoughts are easy to discern, given he and Piccolo's father were once a merged being long ago. Kami states he never imagined a day would come when they would be reunited, to which Piccolo retorts that this fusion won't result in equality. He explains that it's merely a means to make him stronger, and Kami's only purpose as of now is making sure the Dragon Balls stay active. Mr. Popo attempts to intervene, but Kami stops him, admitting that Piccolo is right, as he feels powerless against the androids, even so with Goku's eventual recovery. Reluctantly, Kami agrees to fuse with Piccolo, but insists on waiting for some time to see how events play.
Vegeta.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
You're my savior.
Welcome.
Where am I? You be careful too, okay? Flying Nimbus!
Ally down!
Yeah.
If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
We need to find more keys.
You found a power key.
Found one.
Go slot it.
What's the big idea? Thought I was a gun in there.
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
Flying Nimbus!
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Found one key finally. Good luck.
An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I'll find his down 8 key. Left.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh, man.
Right now we're not playing good, man. I'm not gonna lie, we're not playing good at all. We got 4 Dragon Balls now, so it looks like if we can't get the key set, we might have to just kill him.
Gotta get the hell out of here!
Yeah, I'm hiding.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Yeah, power key radar, not a Dragon radar. Stronger. Thank you. And I just gotta speak things into existence.
Flying Nimbus!
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Flying Nimbus!
Bro, how the fuck did I get hit?
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
That's the Dragon Ball thing. You might have the, I think the 4. What do you mean? This person has 1. But now I gotta play smart. I have no shield.
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can. Retreat if you need to.
You?
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Person with the Dragon Balls right now.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
He's trying to grab a soda.
Oh man.
This is bad. Somebody.
It took too long, man. I forgot about this guy's 8-4.
Win and mix.
I was hoping we could cook him at level 3. I totally forgot about level 4.
He's down. Exercise
Flying
extreme
Nimbus!
caution if you're going to help them.
Yeah, no drinks, nothing.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully.
Guys, what do
if
we
you wanna
do?
get closer. The startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. for the beacon that's indicated by a blue light.
So where is he?
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Bastard!
Well, that's all, folks. Yeah.
You're good to go.
I owe you one.
Oh, we got saved.
I've sent the escape time machine.
Flying
Use
Nimbus!
it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again.
We have 30 seconds left.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of
Come
there.
on!
An ally needs your help.
Made it.
We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream now. Gotta go to bed. I'd like to say shout out to everyone who came by tonight and said what's up. Shout out to Super Saiyan, shout out to Mac, shout out to Terrence, shout out Goku Black, shout out Ivory, shout out Dell. Shout out to everyone. Hope you have a good night. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. And with that being said, peace. See you later guys. Good night.